Hey everyone, Loomis here, and I am back with another Langrisser mobile video. So, the new game mode, Ancient Beckoning, has been slated to release at the next update in a couple days. So, as a follow-up to my guides on each respective boss, I thought I would look at the game mode as a whole and show you guys what you get for doing it and why it's so important to try to perform your best and score as high as possible in this event. So, without any further ado, we'll get started. So the format of the event is that each boss is going to appear in this order. First we'll have Nidhogg, then Fenrir, Sleipnir, Jormungandr, then Hugin and Munin. Now the bosses will come on a 3-day rotation and eventually a 6-day rotation. Now on launch in CN, they had the 3-day schedule, and then in Taiwan when they launched, they had the 6-day schedule. So it sounds like we're probably going to have the 3-day schedule to start, but hopefully they will update us to the 6-day schedule earlier than they did China. And the important thing with that is because we want 6 days, one, because it's just less work, but also eventually with that update, the scores will be retained. So if you scored, let's say, 4 million points on one of the fights and you got an S rank, in the beginning it's not going to remember that. So you're going to have to do the fight again, but eventually it's going to remember that and you will be able to keep that score and roll it forward and only have to redo Ancient Call when you want to try to raise your score for leaderboarding. So, also, every boss has their own respective letter grade scoring tiers, so getting one score on one boss might get you an S rank, but another score on another boss will not. So this is just a picture of what the leaderboard on a boss looks like. You can see that the number one person there has over 9.3 million damage on the boss, so that's just what it looks like. Alright, so in terms of scoring, the S rank thresholds for each boss are as follows. Nidhogg is 3.4 million, Fenrir is 4 million, Sleipnir 4.1, Jormungandr 3.8, and Hugin and Munin, I believe, is 4 million from my research. Now, this is what the scoring is for each letter grade tier. So this is what you're going to get. So you can see at S rank here, you're going to get 9 SSR boxes and 21 SR boxes. So each of these boxes have one stone and is randomized. So the way it works is that, let's say it's for Sleipnir, which gives you mage materials. Each box is going to be a stone for a stat. So one might be an HP stone, the other might be an intelligence stone, the other might be a match defense stone, and so on. The rewards are double on a 6-day schedule. So here you can see on the 3-day schedule, you will have 30 stones total, 9 SSR, 21 SRs. But on the 6-day schedule, you will have 18 SRs and 18 SSRs and 42 SRs for a total of 60 stones per rotation on each boss. And again, all of the scoring is based on the damage you've done, so each point of damage equals 1 point of score. Really the only exception is the Nidhogg fight, where the slimes in the slime phase do not count to your point total at all. This is why Nidhogg's threshold is a lot lower than the other bosses. Now, for the leaderboard rewards, they are going to take the cumulative score of all 5 of the bosses you have. And each leaderboard is respective to each server. So if you're on a smaller server, you're actually going to be in luck because you'll have less competition for these fantastic rewards. So I'll pour one out for my fellow Salrathian elites and all my friends on Baldia. We're going to have a lot tougher of a time. Each of these packs are actually worth 10 scrolls, and they are choice packs. So these ones are very important to get. And this is what it looks like. So you can see at the top there, the top 4 ranked people, they get 6 SSR choice scroll packs. So that's 60 SSR stones and an additional 20 SRs. Now the leaderboards refresh monthly, so you'll get these once a month. But it's a huge benefit, as you can see, to finishing, top 4, even compared to, 11 to 100. And basically, as long as you finish 1500 or higher, you will get, you'll get, as long as you finish 3000 or higher, you will get at least 80 stones, but it will range how many SSR ones you get. And you might ask yourself, what is the difference between an SS and an SSR scroll, or stone? So, the roll rates for each rarity are as follows. So for rare stones, a low roll chance is 75%, mid-low is 20%, a mid-high is 5%, and you have a 0% chance at a high roll. So those are the odds here. The SR stones, it's a 73% chance for a mid-low, 25 for a mid-high, and 2% for a high. So you can see it's much better than the R stones, but it's still pretty middling. Now the SSR stones, you have it's 50-50 between mid-high and high. So you have a 25 times better chance rolling a high roll with an SSR stone than an SR stone. So it's very important for you to try to get as many SSR stones as possible so you can get the stats that you're looking for on all your units. Now, this is what the screen looks like for the enchants. Now you'll see here that you have the 4 equipments here, so armor, helmet, sword, and accessory, and you roll 3 slots on each one. And below here I have all the max rolls for the refinement stones here. So on the weapon you can get a maximum of 100 HP, 30 attack, so on and so on. And then the one at the very top, the 5 space one, that is for PvP enchants, which is something I'll cover in a later video because it's not relevant to Ancient Call, but there's going to be a second additional enchant system that comes to the game. But this is how the enchants work from the Ancient Call enchants, and for those of you who don't know, these extra stats are for both PvE and PvP, so you're going to be wanting to roll these enchants on your units. The other additional thing is that they are class specific here. So you can see this Leon in the picture is in the Cavalry class. So, these will be tied to him. Now, I know his T2, his sword class is only T2, but for some reason, if you're going to switch him to his T2 class, which is a different class type, it's an infantry class, you would have to roll different enchants for him. But if you go from Strike Master to Royal Knight, you can keep the enchants because it's the same unit type. So that's just an important note to remember on the Ancient Beckoning enchants. Now, each boss gives out stones for different class types. So Needhog gives out stones for infantry and lancers. Fenrir gives them out for cavalry, aquatic units, and flyers. Sleipnir gives them out for just mages. Jormungandr gives them out for archers, assassins, and demons. And Huey and Munin give them out for holy units and dragons. So I'm sure you can figure out, Sleipnir is a very important one to do because you have a lot of mages between your healers and your magic attackers. So that's going to be a very popular one to use. And by contrast, Hugin and Munin's probably going to be the one you use the least. There are currently virtually, very few holy units in the game right now. We do get Yulia and Yusuke in the future, so you'll need some stones for them. But one thing that people may want to consider is that you might want to switch one of your healers from the mage class to the holy class, because that will help your pipeline of units you need to enchant, because you'll unblock some of the mage stones you'll need, and you can use some of the lesser used holy stones. So that's the breakdown by class. Now, if you guys want to see a text guide or access a resource that's on a video at any time, you should go to the Langrisser site. S2 has all this information updated under the Ancient Calling tab right now. I really should get them to change it to Ancient Beckoning. But all this unit is going to be available on the website here. And if you guys have not been to Langrisser, I'm going to link it in the description below. It is a phenomenal resource for everything Langrisser mobile. So that's it for the video today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you could hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future updates. And as always, if you guys have any questions about Ancient Beckoning or any comments or anything you want to discuss, please let me know in the comments below. I'm more than happy to discuss things with you guys. Thank you so much for watching again, and I will see you guys again soon.